Was there a path laid out for you before you took your first step? Were you celebrated for choosing the safe road, even as your soul felt a quiet emptiness? Were you guided to believe that your deepest creative passions were merely hobbies, not a foundation for your destiny? What if this was the great illusion? What if the life you inhabit, the one that seems so successful from the outside, feels like it was designed by another soul, for another soul? There is a profound concept from the visionary psychiatrist Carl Jung that illuminates this feeling. He wrote of a cosmic truth. Nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on their environment, and especially on their children, than the unlived life of the parent. What if the most dangerous belief your parents imprinted upon your energy was not a spoken rule, but the silent echo of the life they never dared to live? An unspoken soul contract that you would complete their story for them, a story passed down from their parents before them. If you have ever felt like a stranger in your own reality, as if you followed a map perfectly but have no memory of who drew it, then your soul has guided you here. Today, we bring this invisible inheritance into the light. We will explore how this energy is passed down, the subtle ways it manifests in your life, and most importantly, illuminate the path back to a life that is authentically, divinely yours. You are not lost, and the whispers you are hearing are real. So what does it truly mean to carry the unlived life of a parent? This goes far beyond them simply wanting you to be successful. We are speaking of a consistent, unconscious transfer of energetic patterns. At its very core, the unlived life is the constellation of dreams, passions, and potentials that your parents and even grandparents were forced to suppress or abandon. Perhaps your grandparents, having endured immense hardships or ultimate security only in prestigious, stable careers. Through psychological abandonment of their children's true desires in favor of perceived safety, they raised a son to be a successful physician and a daughter to be a respected school teacher, seeing these paths as a salvation from their own past. These abandoned dreams do not simply dissolve. They linger in the family's energetic field. Your parents, products of this pressure, may have then passed it on. Your father, the physician, never explored his passion for history. Your mother, the teacher, buried her gift for painting. And so, the roles were assigned to the next generation, one sibling to be an attorney, another a businessman, one even a musician, but perhaps pushed toward a prestigious orchestra instead of their own genre. The family saw this as love, but it was the echo of unlived lives. Jung believed that children are so deeply connected to their parents' inner universe that our deepest anxieties can be echoes of their unresolved conflicts. This manifests through unconscious projection. Parents, almost always with benevolent intentions, project their dormant ambitions onto their children. The child pushed relentlessly toward a legal career may be carrying the energetic burden of a parent's abandoned dream of status. Jung called this deep, unconscious connection participation mystique, a state where your identity becomes entangled with your parents' psychic reality. You become the vessel for all they could not be. This hides in plain sight, masked as family loyalty. Your innate desire to make them proud becomes woven into a destiny that was never meant for your soul. You can achieve everything they ever wanted for you, the degree, the title, the home, only to awaken with a hollow ache, a feeling that none of it is truly yours. That is the echo, whispering that this reality belongs to another. So, how do you know if you are living in the shadow of this belief? Did your parents project their unlived life, unresolved complexes, and their own shadow aspects upon you at an early age? These signs are not a diagnosis, but a dissonance felt deep within your soul. Recognizing these energetic patterns isn't about casting blame. It is the first sacred act of liberation. The first sign is a deep confusion about your soul's own desires. When you ask yourself, What do I truly want? The answer is a faint whisper, or worse, a loud chorus of what you should want. Your ambitions feel programmed, not awakened. You were to be the lawyer, the business person, the success story that validated the sacrifices of your parents and grandparents. You followed the script with perfect devotion, but you don't know who the author is. The second sign, a sense of emotional dissonance. You might carry currents of emotion that feel ancient and foreign, a persistent anxiety, a low-frequency melancholy, or a recurring guilt that has no clear origin. When parents and their parents before them do not turn to face their own shadow, their grief, their rage, their shame, that psychic energy is often unconsciously passed to the next generation. You then carry it as your own sacred burden, never understanding why you feel a sorrow that doesn't seem to belong to your own life story. The third sign, a cycle of self-sabotage that feels like fate. Just as you stand on the edge of choosing a path that feels true and aligned, perhaps leaving the business track your family lauded, you retreat. This is not a failure of will, it is an act of unconscious loyalty. To your soul, choosing your own dream can feel like a profound betrayal of the parents whose dream you were meant to embody, and a dismissal of the grandparents whose fears forged this path. This can trigger such deep-seated guilt that you sabotage your own expansion to remain faithful to the invisible family script. The fourth and final sign that you may have been living in the shadow of this belief is a profound feeling of being unseen. Children who carry this energy are often loved not for the truth of who they are, but for the role they embody. You are cherished for your accomplishments, for becoming the attorney or musician they envisioned. You are validated for upholding the family mythology. This creates a deep soul loneliness, the feeling that even your most intimate connections are built around a version of you that isn't real. You are an extension of their needs, not a sovereign soul with your own divine destiny. If any of this is resonating in your heart, I invite you to share a part of your light in the comments. You don't have to share the story. Even just affirming, "My soul is writing its own story now," can be a powerful beacon for another who is just beginning to awaken. Let us weave a tapestry of shared healing. Healing is a sacred journey, not a final destination. It requires immense courage, but it is absolutely possible to break the cycle and build a life that is finally free, ensuring this burden does not pass to the next generation. Here are 4 steps to guide you home to yourself. Step 1. The awakening of acceptance. The first and most vital step is to accept this dynamic for what it is. This means releasing the hope that your parents will have a sudden awakening and release you from this unspoken contract. See them too as products of their own upbringing, carrying the unlived lives of your grandparents. Radical acceptance is not about blame, it's about reclaiming your energy from waiting for their permission to live. Step 2. Conscious recognition. You cannot leave a prison you do not know you are in. Become a detective of your own soul. Look with loving honesty at your life and ask the deep questions. Whose dream am I living? My physician father's? My teacher mother's? Or does this fear belong to a grandparent I barely knew? This requires a profound honesty to trace your beliefs back to their source, separating what is divinely yours from what you have inherited. Step 3. Reclaiming your energetic sovereignty. This is about learning to distinguish your own emotional frequencies from the ones you've absorbed. When you feel that familiar wave of guilt or anxiety, pause. Ask your soul, is this feeling truly mine in this present moment? Or is it an echo from my lineage? This practice creates a sacred space between you and the inherited energy. You can honor the feeling, acknowledge its origin in your family's story, and choose not to let it rule your reality. The fourth and final step that we will discuss to guide your soul back to you, the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche wrote, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Your sacred task now is to find your own why. This means daring to explore the passions and curiosities that were dismissed as impractical. What did your soul love before you were told what you should love? This is the work Jung called individuation, the journey of becoming your whole, authentic self. It means welcoming home the parts of you that were exiled. In doing so, you not only liberate yourself, but you free your own children from this generational burden. Please hear this with all of your heart. You were not given the sacred gift of life to be a vessel for your parents' regrets. The belief that you must redeem their unlived life is so dangerous because it asks you to trade your own soul for their approval. It is a silent contract that exchanges your authenticity for a sense of belonging. The very fact that you are here, seeking truth, is a testament to the incredible power of your spirit. The path forward is about radical acceptance, grieving the life that was not yours, and slowly, bravely, picking up the golden pen. The greatest gift you can give to those who came before you and to the generations who will come after is to live your own life as fully and consciously as possible. You cannot change their story, but you have the absolute and divine power to write your own, ensuring your children will be free to write theirs. If you wish to continue this journey of healing from energetic family dynamics and rebuilding your divine sense of self, make sure to subscribe. Your awakening is sacred, and you do not have to walk the path alone. Thank you for sharing your energy here today.